Hi guys, subscribe today and I'll make you an offer you can't refuse. 3 to 5 Chelsea videos daily. Hey guys, let's talk about an update on Frankie De Jong. So I'll leave link for the previous video that I made on Frankie De Jong at the end of this video. Um, yeah, not much has changed except for the fact that recent reports have made it clear that number one, Barcelona wants to force Frankie De Jong out of Barca. Um, he has to go because Barca needs to free up money so they can comply with FFP. Notwithstanding obviously the fact that they've made all these deals, Rafinha, Lewandowski, Jules Koundé, Christensen, Kessie, a whole bunch of deals that I can't remember. They've made all these deals this summer. They need to register all these players. Obviously, if folks are coming in, some folks have to go out. For one reason or another, Frankie De Jong has been listed as one of the players that has to go out. He's on very high wages. And recently, Xavi Hernandez, that's a Barca's coach, played Frankie De Jong as a defender in their last friendly game. So that shows that that doesn't show that he's part of Xavi's plans. Now does it? If you're a top level midfield and you're being played in defense, and it's been made clear to you that the club wants you to leave, and now you're being played in defense in a spot where the club has players in your spot, and they're buying more players in that defensive spot that to play in defense. Then if Frankie De Jong stays, he's going to be on the bench. So as crazy as that seems, that's just the reality, the writing on the wall for Frankie De Jong at Barca. Now, Man U made a generous offer to bring Frankie De Jong over to their club. They made an offer in excess of 80 million euros, and based on other reports, they made some sort of they even went back and revised the offer to make arrangements to basically pay off the 17 million euros that Barcelona owes Frankie. But De Jong. So basically, as far as Barca is concerned, it should be a done deal. Frankie De Jong to Man U. But the problem is, De Jong sees going to Man U as a step down. He doesn't want to go to a club, to leave a club where he's playing in Champions League and go to a club that plays in Europa League. We've always heard about the fact that the best players want to play in Champions League, and now this is more evidence of that, and that's apparently a big reason why Frankie is not keen on moving to Man U. A club that can pay his wages, pay all of his remaining 17 million and all that, and he still don't want to go. So to force Frankie out, Barker then moved on to Plan B, where they said, "Listen, if you want to stay, you can stay, but guess what? You're gonna have to take a 30% pay cut, on top of the fact that we still owe you, 17 million euros that are going to be paid off in the next 2 years or whenever, right? So obviously that's not making Frankie happy. So he's kind of caught in the middle. Now with regards to how does Chelsea come into play, so evidently it appears that there was some kind of contact through Frankie's people where the the messaging was put out that, listen, that Frankie, again, since one of his main concerns is to go to a club that has kind of provide him Champions League football Chelsea obviously is in Champions League. Chelsea is also a top club as well. So he's open to moving to Chelsea, right? However, unless you've been living under a rock, you'd know that Chelsea and Barca are not they're not BFFs. They're not a best of friends as of right now. Chelsea and Barca are the farthest thing from best of friends. They're not BFFs, right? So there's some kind of obviously bad blood right now between these two clubs. You already know what happened with Fina and with Jules Kunde. Um, that's that's not that's obviously not a good look. And in addition to that, Frankie De Jong plays as a deep line midfielder. If you look at his stats, he's made almost 100 appearances for Barca. He has 8 goals. So let's say he averages 50 games a year. So that means he's averaging roughly about four goals a year. So he's a sort of deep a midfielder that will chip in with goals every now and then, almost like Kante. Although Kante is box to box guy, but I mean I see him more or less in terms of where Jorginho plays, and so as of right now, Chelsea has players in his spot. They have Georgie in the spot, they have Kante in the spot, they have Kovacic in the spot, and in this preseason Tuchel has been playing Conor Gallagher deep as well. Of course, they still have Loftus Cheek, who also plays in that spot as well. So they have quite a few players in the spot. The only other thing you can say is, well, Jorginho and I think Kante are both entering their last years. Both they're entering with 1 year left on their deals. So there's a possibility that if you bring in a Frankie, then you might have to let at least let Georgie go when you can at least get some kind of money for Jorginho, as opposed to him going on a free next year. So and Frankie De Jong is 25 years old. But even at that again, then you have another block, another hurdle to overcome, which is the transfer fee, and Chelsea is not willing to come anywhere near Man U's crazy transfer fee offer, which is 80 million plus whatever money that's owed to Frankie De Jong. Chelsea has no interest in paying anywhere near that amount. So if any deal in any kind of crazy way that a deal is done, it's gonna have to be some kind of cash and players. Obviously, as we all already know, Barker has an interest in both Aspicualta and Alonso. So if again a big if anything is done, if Chelsea says okay, we do have an interest in Frankie, because at least in the long term, we can make use of him, even though we don't need him like really bad right now. Then in that kind of deal, it's gonna be cash, and then you can take you can go ahead and throw Aspicualta in the deal, and they give them like 40 or I don't know, maybe like 50 60 million, and then plus Aspi, or plus Aspi and Alonso, or whatever it is. Or maybe they probably give them Alonso because I think we can afford to lose Alonso a little bit more than we can afford to lose Aspi. Right now, Chelsea Tuchel cannot afford to lose Aspicualta at all. But Alonso, Chelsea can afford to lose because we still have Emerson on their books. So if this kind of deal would happen, it will likely be cash plus Alonso, and then they'll do the deal. So, but again, my opinion on this is that it's still a really, really far fetched, possibility, because the main area of need for Tuchel right now is in defense and in attack, right? There's in defense and attack. Yes, our midfield isn't the most creative midfield, but that's not necessarily an area where there's a pressing need. So for those reasons, I'm not too sort of optimistic of Chelsea doing a deal with our arch enemy in this transfer window, Barcelona. So, guys, how do you guys feel about this? Is it possible? Is it not a possibility? Please leave your comment below, like this video, share this video, and please subscribe. Take care. God bless you.